WGS Entertainment presents Saturday, November 18th at Resorts Casino Hotel in Atlantic City, New Jersey. The Wise Guys' first ever variety show, starring Louis Prima Jr. and the Witnesses.
The way you move, it makes me holler. The way you jump, the way you swing. Come on and dance with me.
Legendary comedian Bob Nelson. World-renowned magician Rocco Solano. With special appearances by Italian singing sensation Biagio. And legendary Jersey Shore DJ Joe D. All hosted by The Wise Guys Show. Tickets are going fast and are sure to sell out, so scan the QR code on your screen or visit WGStickets.com.
This is a competition right now. We're going to do a song called E Compare, but I changed all the words. When you hear your Italian region, you got to yell. We're going to see who's going to win. We're going to start off with Napoli, all right? So get ready. So everybody, right now, this is the one I want. Everybody wave your flags. When you hear your region, you're going to yell. I know Enzo's ready, right, Enzo? Here we go, ready? Hey, Kumbad, everybody wave those flags. Here we go. Wave those flags. Here we go. Hey, Kumbad, si vuoi parlare, come parlano i napoletani. I napoletani, come parlano i napoletani. E compare, si vuoi parlare, come parlano i siciliani, e come parlano i siciliani, i napoletani. E compare, si vuoi parlare, come parlano i romani, e come parlano i romani. I siciliani, i napoletani. E compare, si vuoi parlare, come parlano i calabresi, e come parlano i calabresi, i romani, i siciliani, i napoletani. Si vuoi parlare, come parlano gli abruzzesi, e come parlano gli abruzzesi, i napoletani, i romani, i siciliani, i napoletani. Okay, now it's Italian, everybody yell. E compare, si vuoi parlare, come parlano gli italiani. Gli italiani, gli abruzzesi, i calabresi, i romani, i siciliani, i napoletani. Okay, everybody, you're Italian, you're proud, wave those flags. Here we go, everybody. Everybody. Let's go. Italia. Italia. E compare, si vuoi parlare, one more time, come parlano gli italiani, e come parlano gli italiani, gli abruzzesi, i calabresi, i romani, i siciliani, i napoletani. Give yourselves a round of applause, but wait a minute. We gotta pick a winner. Wait. Okay, Abruzzesi's out. The Abruzzesi, we had nobody. Now here we go. Romani. We got 3, but they're loud, right? They're good. Calabresi. The group. Siciliani. Napolitani. It's pretty close, right? One more time. Siciliani. Napolitani. I think that's even, Freddie. What do you think? So, Siciliani and Napolitani are both winners tonight. But, hold up. We're all winners because we're all Italian, right, ladies and gentlemen? So thank you so much. Before we're going to do one more song, we want to announce that we're going to have a show on October 14th and 15th with Gigi D'Alessio. I don't know if anybody knows him. We're doing a show together in Atlantic City. And November 18th, we have a great show with Louis Primo Jr., the Wise Guys, at Resorts.
Bob Nelson.
Bob Nelson, the comedian, and Rocco Solano.
An Italian singing
And
sensation.
I'll be there as well, ladies and gentlemen. But we're going to do our last...
All right, welcome back to the Wise Guys Show. We've been away for a little while because we like to build it all up and do a show. But as you just saw, our November 18th show, the commercial, and a little bit of Biagio singing. But before I get started, let me introduce everybody around the table. Sitting across from me is none other than Jumpin' Gennaro in the house.
Hot so.
Sitting next to me, we got Italian singing sensation Biagio.
Ciao, everybody.
All right, and we have a new member of the Wise Guys, a member and a partner now with our new entertainment LLC, WGS Entertainment. Chalutz is in the house.
Chalutz.
All the way from Sicily, right? From Sicily? All right. But, yeah, so that's our show. You're going to see a great show on November 18th, a Wise Guys Variety Show at Resorts Casino Hotel in Atlantic City. Rocco Solano, Bob Nelson, Italian singing sensation Biagio, DJ Joe D, and the main event of the evening, Louis Prima Jr. and the witnesses. What a great night that's going to be. And I got to mention our sponsors right now. The current proposed sponsors are Ariana's Angels and Sterling Security. Thank you so much. Rockabella Brands. Always Cheryl Kelly Lee comes in with the clutch. Troy Anello Cigars. Troy Anello Cigars.
Yep.
I'm going to mention them because I believe he's going to sponsor us. He told me he would. Moment of Silence. Moment of Silence is going to be, and Blue Magazine, they're associated. And we're waiting to see about We World Energy, Billy Gagooch's company.
Billy
That's working hard.
Gagooch. My you. Love that name.
So, listen, November 18th, I can tell you right now, it's just, we're working on it. Anybody wants tickets, you can see it on the screen, WGStickets.com and see, and I'm telling you, if you don't come that evening, you're out of your mind. We're going to have an after party we're working on. It's just so much. And
we also have the paper tickets direct, so you can message us if you obviously friends and family. This is going to be one of the biggest things that we've done all along. And celebrating, this is pretty much a family and friend reunion. That's what it's going to be about. And most importantly, what we're going to bring to Resorts is a place where we're going to be able to do productions in the future and have a base where you feel welcome all the time. This is what it's really all about.
yeah.
And welcome aboard, Chalutz.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm really excited for all of it. It's going to be amazing.
Well, thank you for getting us Louis Prima Jr. Does he have a problem if I call him Louis Prima?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, Louis. I'm so used to saying Louis all
What
my
do
life.
you call him? What do you call him?
Louis.
Louis.
Oh, you call him
Yeah,
Louis.
yeah,
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, some people may want to be named Louis, but I'll introduce him as Louis.
Can we call him Luigi?
Luigi Prima?
Why not? It's an Italian night. We'll call Bob Nelson Roberto.
There you go, Roberto.
Let me tell you, he came in the clutch, and before we even move on, we did have Uncle Floyd Vivino. He experienced some medical issues. Our prayers are with Floyd, and we are going to bring him back. I know him. He's a strong man, and he's fighting his way back, and he's going to be back very shortly. Just give him some time. He's going to be good
We
stuff.
hope, as we really wanted him to be on the card, of course. It would have been a classic addition to this great production, but hopefully it'll be good enough to sit in the audience and cheer us on and still be part of it.
Well, tonight's show obviously is about our November 18th show, but it's also a fall special. We are moving into fall. We're still summer, I believe, but we're going into fall, and it's a countdown to our November 18th show at Resorts Casino in Atlantic City. And I'm going to tell you, there's going to be a lot of people behind us. Celebrity Boxing is backing us, and it's just there's just so. The bottom line is this. If you are in any way associated with anything the Wise Guy Show did in the 10 years that we've been doing production and podcasts, it's very important you attend this evening on the 18th, because in the future, if you want to do something special with the Wise Guys or something of your own at Resorts, we're going to do everything we can to make some production and get everybody out of the house and have a great time.
Absolutely. And look, it's a variety show. We have magic, right?
Yeah.
Music.
Absolutely.
Comedy.
Rocco Solano, another brother from another mother.
Yeah,
We're going to have a lot of stuff going on. It's unbelievable. And I think we're actually going to sell out. That's all.
Absolutely.
I think it's going to be sold out.
And you forgot, we also are bringing in one of the top DJs in the Jersey Shore, Joey D. We went to his event at the American Hotel or something. It was American Hotel, and they just let Joe, would you do an event there? He goes there, the place is packed. Right. You know, I probably felt very old that evening, but it was packed. Let me tell you. Our generation really knows how to have fun. We went to that event and people were dancing. You know, you kind of felt like we're getting old, but the younger generation would watch these people dancing and think that they're nuts, and they're really having fun, and that's what this new generation.
We
is
are.
missing.
Listen, we were one of the last generations that were still going into New York and jump in the car with a bunch of friends and just celebrate life, and come out 2-3 o'clock in the morning, go to the diner, get the disco fries.
You're right. You're right.
Well, this is.
I do want to mention our guests this evening. Our first guest is going to be Jason Greeley, 17-time Major League Baseball player, All-Star,
Unbelievable.
Rockin' Ball Wines. That's how we met him. But we also met him through Billy Staples.
Billy Staples in PA.
At the bestscholars.org event. And Jason Greeley, his father, Steve. Amazing guys. Jason was a Seton Hall guy, so he's really a New Jersey guy, but he also played for the Italian national team.
Yeah,
But
he's got his roots.
Very proud.
Yes,
you
he
know,
is.
And
Yeah.
we're going to zoom in
Italian
with
American.
him. We're going to zoom in with him, and we're going to also zoom in with Louis Prima Jr. Hopefully everything goes well. Let's see how it goes. Sometimes it's tough to bring in a Zoom, but we're going to do our best and get them both on tonight for you guys to check them out. And
Awesome.
And Jason, check out his wine, Rockin' Ball Wines. It's we'll talk about it when he comes up to bring up everything about it. It's just amazing. It's kind of like what Biagio does with music, brings the Italian culture through your music. Jason's bringing it to wine now, and maybe we could do a Wise Guy wine with all our regions.
That would be nice.
That's what we were talking about.
Nice.
We got talking about. Absolutely.
Jason's going to be our new guy. Trust me. Listen. I saw Jason, and he's very passionate about his culture. I don't know if it came to him all his life, or if when he played for Italy in Italy, you could see it. And I know there ain't nobody that does Italian stuff like we do. You know, you do all the festivals.
you're right.
He's
You're right.
part of the Sons of Italy. Is it
Sons of Sicily.
Sons
yeah.
of Sicily in Montclair, Saint Sebastian Feast, all that. And Mike, you know, all the stuff that you do with all the festivals, and even working on some of the top Italian cars, you must meet a lot of big Italians.
We're constantly plugging away, and we're very proud of where we come from, but we're instilling it in the next generation, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the most crucial thing right now, is that we don't lose the generations to come. So we instill it in our children and my nieces and nephews and my cousins, and we all do the same thing. They look at us as, we're mentors.
Yeah, sure.
So
Well, that's why our new slogan is, Biagio said we should put on a shirt. I believe we are eventually. Just be proud of who you are and where you came from. And you tell them the Wise Guy Show said so. Because that's where it all lies on. It lies on the older generations to carry it on to the younger generations. If not, there's nothing to carry on, so...
it's true.
Well,
Unfortunately, we're going to be the old guys.
Yeah, I made an example of that. Like, you know how somebody makes a mahogany goat or they make an eggplant parm. They make it just like their mother did. Some people didn't make it just like their mother did. Some people say, oh, I can't make it like my mother. You know why? Because you didn't ask your mother how she made it and go through the details of it. Some people did. That's why they make it just like their mother did. Some people say, well, I make it almost like my mother. That's because you didn't ask. Go ask your parents, ask your grandparents, how do you make whatever you make? And
that's critical.
Yes.
You know what I noticed recently as some of the younger generation are getting really involved in processing the tomato, making the sauce. Bottling them and putting them in the jars, which is great.
To be coming back. A lot of it is coming back.
Because you know why? The kids, they want that. They want that family time.
Yeah.
They want that, together with the cousins.
You're absolutely right, though. I've seen a lot of it this year.
Yeah, this before it was wine. Now it's even more the tomatoes.
The son is working for Uncle Giuseppe's in that place. You go there, and it's just unbelievable.
Well, they got music piping in the,
I love
background,
it. It's
too.
amazing. Yeah, it's beautiful. You
Well,
dance
you know,
while you're
Italian
shopping.
music, it's great.
He's Mateo's the poster boy of that place because he's a Sicilian and he's Napolitan. He's 6'3".
Best of both worlds. Best of both worlds.
But we did so much since our last show. A few things I do want to acknowledge. We did that celebrity boxing war at the shore. It was an amazing event. We did Totowa Day, 125 years. Ciampa Gennaro performed. Biagio performed. But he won a big trophy.
We forgot.
Oh, I should have brought my penis award. I mean, the hot dog
I
award.
just want to tell you one thing. When you show that trophy, make sure you explain what you did to get it first. Okay?
Right now, it's in my office, and I got a hat on it.
Just make sure you tell them how you won the trophy first before you show it. They're gonna think
He didn't even train for it. He just showed up that day. He said,
No,
I'm going in.
I got volunteered. Mark Montaigne. Oh, by the way, thank you to the whole Totowa crew. They're awesome people, and that was incredible. Whole day event that they incorporated all kinds of things, but the closing of the night.
Oh,
You saw that with the with
the drones.
With the drones, that was incredible.
I missed that because we had to go to a comedy show with Jersey Pizza Joints that evening.
Right.
And they did a show with the Goomba Johnny, and we went to support that. And speaking of Jersey Pizza Joints, that all the events that we did, one was the Jersey Pizza Joints, the Mutz Madness month. That was another amazing thing that we were involved with. We did the posters for that. Now, what we did and what we got coming up are a few things. We mentioned the bestscholars.org with Billy Staples and his lovely wife-to-be, Janet.
Listen, that was a fantastic.
Janet Harrison. Let me tell you, next year they're getting married. That's why we did the toast.
Uno, due, tre,
Biagio, I'm telling you, I know. You got to come out and just enjoy the moment. It's not an event to come out and you just got to see what they do. Billy Staples and Janet Harrison and what they do for these kids. It's heart. It just fills your heart with love and you want to do something for the event.
All the incredible talent that comes out and makes time to it was great. We were there for a very little time, but it felt like we were there for days, you know what I mean?
There were
great
people,
energy, great people.
So there were, we met so many celebrities. Joey Dumas, a race car driver.
Yeah, hopefully he's going to be coming. He's saying he's coming.
Yeah, he might be watching the show right now.
Absolutely.
Willie Aikens of the Royals, Randy McGilberry, what a great guy. There's just a few people to mention. Patty Aubrey, 14-time New York Times bestseller. I mean, she was just an amazing. She paid for the whole meal for everybody.
We want to say thank you. We didn't get a chance to thank her personally.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Okay, Ned Bolkar. Ned Bolkar was part of the championship at Notre Dame. The teams that they had did a great teams. Tommy Kramer, Larry Holmes. We hung out with Larry Holmes. Rick Wise, and one of my favorites was Omar Vizquel, and obviously Jason and Steve Grilly, who we're going to have on. But Omar Vizquel, I mean, that's like Derek Jeter practically.
Yeah.
You know? Derek Jeter could not win a Gold Glove because of Omar Vizquel. Always won it. You know, and once Omar got traded to the National League, Jeter won a Gold Glove. But
Well, this is besides a lot of sports figures, the baseball stars. Freddie was right there at home. He knew a lot about.
Oh yeah, he does.
Also, Biagio Macaluso's August 19th.
That was
Casa
awesome.
Italiana
Nice.
reunion.
Nice.
You see what I'm saying? Jason Grilli, to hear Casa Italiana reunion. Don't you think he would have had a ball that night?
I think he would. And that was beautiful. It was a beautiful event.
we didn't get
It
a
really
chance. We didn't get a
Really
chance
did.
to really hang out. Like we were, we met everybody. We enjoyed the time that we were there. But to really celebrate, wait till these guys come together with us.
Oh yeah, we had Giorgio Cantarini.
I
that
hope
day,
they
remember?
come on the 18th. Everybody that was there. Billy Staples said he's coming, but his whole crew that was there, they're gonna go crazy.
Yeah. Giorgio Cantarini from the.
Life is beautiful.
Yeah, good,
right.
good
Let me
guy.
tell Bella.
man.
Good guy,
Yeah.
real good guy.
Great guy.
And you had did a little disco that evening.
Right. We had a Donna Summer tribute.
Yeah.
Then we
she
had
was very
Enrico from
Right.
Canada. It was a great night.
Yeah. And this is what, the third Casa Italiana reunion now? I mean,
Yeah, it's actually- yeah, the
Listen,
third one.
Casa Italiana reunion is just like bringing back Casa Italiana every
It's bringing back memories.
Yeah.
When we used to go there every week.
South Orange
Every-
Avenue, right?
And
Yeah.
also something we did,
Yep.
the St. Sebastian in Montclair,
That's
the festival
right,
over
yeah.
there. Tommy Scala, Anthony Scala's brother, cousin, sang the whole night. He
Yeah.
just goes on and on and on.
He's great.
You blew my mind. Tell me it's going to be 100 years coming soon.
Yeah, in 2 years, it's going to be 100 years.
100 years. I didn't realize that.
I think
It was,
in 2027, I believe, 2 or 3 years.
that's incredible.
Maybe it's
I
more.
think
And
we
they're keeping it going. So that's what's the
Yeah,
great part.
that's the important part.
Yeah.
All the members' family are originally from Chadami, Sicily.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we need to just keep doing what we're doing as many Italian festivals as we can. I know Biagio's like he's going to Vegas,
the
Arizona. He's
No,
in
hey,
Vegas.
He's the best. No, you're really keeping everything
We're
alive.
glad doing what we're doing.
We
gotta
and
know.
it's nice that I had the opportunity to go to Arizona, to Vegas, all over the place.
You're going to
This
Vegas
corner-
tonight.
Yeah, you're right.
Leaving tonight?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's nice to keep our Italian heritage alive. That's what we're trying to do.
Absolutely.
And I do want to mention some of the recent stuff, more of the stuff that we did. The Sons of Italy feast and carnival in Tapan, New York.
Paul Borghese,
Yes,
right?
Paul Borghese.
Borghese.
He's a trooper, man. He's
That was a
great people. Beautiful family.
great old school festival, correct?
They got
What'd you think?
They got an incredible team. They got an
Oh, yeah.
incredible team with the
I
two
think-
lodges that
I
come
think they're
together.
called the Order of Sons of Italy, if I'm saying it correctly.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Which group is that?
It's in Japan, New York.
I won
okay,
an
and they
award.
were unbelievable.
That's the one I was telling you about to come
right,
out.
Right.
He presented me with an award.
Bravo.
Yeah, you deserve it.
We gave away 2 free VIP tickets to our show November 18th, and they loved it. And I wouldn't doubt if we see a lot of people from Japan at our show in November.
I ended up finally getting there Sunday. I was under the weather on Friday and Saturday, but I got there. I said, you know what? At least let me try and get some fresh air.
That's a
Get
Oh, you
out
stopped
there.
by there?
On Sunday, yeah, I went there and
Beautiful
I got a
festival.
chance to stay with the family. I met his whole family, which was very nice.
I think the whole Paul Borghese family's coming November 18th.
Oh yeah, hopefully that's.
Oh.
I talked to them about it. They were very excited. We started conversation how we met Paul, through the Wise Guy show, and then how he came out to one of the shows, and the mom says, I love everything. I love you to come. So I said, why don't you come on the 18th? Yeah. And then I met his nephews, his niece, his brother-in-law. So it was nice, and I got a chance to sit down and have some vino with them, and they're hopefully coming.
Yeah. Then the next day, Biagio goes shoots from there, and he goes to San Gennaro, New York
Yeah,
City,
it
with
was
the bus, the Mercedes bus, high class, baby.
And no, it was great. We were Joe Causey,
101.1.
Broadway Bill Lee was there.
He's the best.
John Fox was
Sicilian Joe Causey.
there. The Sicilian.
Yes, yes.
He makes sure he says, I'm not Italian, I'm Sicilian.
Yes, yes.
But what a crowd.
Yeah.
It's every year it's getting, I guess since COVID's over, more people are going out and
Yeah.
enjoying
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh yeah. That's a beautiful
it
thing
was
to see.
packed.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was there Sunday. It was mobbed.
Right?
You couldn't move. You couldn't move.
Yeah.
Forget it. It's I love it so much, but to not move around, it's
Yeah,
a
it's
little too
ridiculous.
much
Yeah,
for me.
yeah, I agree.
I tell you what, Japan, I'm there every year. I have to flip a coin to go to San Gennaro. It's so crowded.
Yeah.
I waited a half hour in line at San Gennaro to eat something that I finished in 3 minutes. Come on, get the hell out of here. What do you want? You to buy everything and decide when you're going to eat
It's
it?
it's
too
hard.
much.
The lines are real long.
yeah.
Also, hey, Orange, New Jersey Italian
Yes.
American Mexican organization over there. Their 22nd annual Italian festival. Man, are they warriors over there? It rained again, but we fought through it. Tommy Walker, Arlette, Italian singing sensation Biagio. That was Sunday. Jackie Core, Dom Carbone, Dante Fiore. Let me tell you, I have so much fun at that festival, and I'm going to tell you why. Because they're warriors. They're people that are losing people every year from death or moving on, and they still fight to make that Italian culture
beautiful.
survive, and I love it. I
The
love it.
town of two-ton Tony Galetto.
Yes, and
A lot of crazy stories about that guy.
and there's another guy. He came. We met him in at the Best Scholars. His name was Terrell Willis. He was a top running back for Rutgers. I met him at the Best Scholars. I didn't see him, but thank you, Dwayne Warren, the Orange City Council, just like Nonas, who do an amazing job. Lucy, Layla,
Yes.
Joanne,
Whole
Mama.
family.
You
Just
know,
like Nona.
yeah, and we're there every year. We're there for you. We got your back. We have so much fun there. Also, the St. Joseph Feast in Lodi.
They still keep it going, too.
Let me tell you, you rock
good.
the house. I don't care
It
what
was
anybody
nice.
says.
Hardest
Thank you.
working
No,
man
yeah.
in show business.
I'm
Take
telling
James
you,
Brown title.
when he sings, the place is packed.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
other singers come up, they move around, people leave, and when he's up there, the place is packed.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I think it is? We bring back the old Italian songs
Right.
that our parents and we grew up listening to.
And some,
So
yeah.
that's the kind of music we choose to
Right,
do.
right. And you
so we're lucky
you
enough.
modernize them a little.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
modernize
yeah,
it. We
yeah.
try to get people clapping along. So,
Yeah,
we
it's
get a
beautiful.
good crowd. We
Right.
do.
All right,
which is great.
We're going to go to Jason Grilly Zoom. Let's hope everything works out. Let's check out Jason Grilly. Let's go to Jason Grilly, 17-time baseball
Oh,
MLB
legend,
legend. Let's go to Jason.
Italian.
Yo, man.
He
How
just
are you?
performed. He just performed at San Gennaro on Saturday, and the Sons of Italy Festival in Tapan, New York, on Friday.
See, that's why I always said, rock stars are athletes. If you're a rock star, you can do it a lot longer. Mick Jagger's doing it forever. It's guys are lucky, man. You chose a path. We took a little harder route. You stay in the game. It's harder to be an athlete. You break down a little bit easier,
I know
Yeah.
you look great.
Thanks. Trying to stay up, keep up.
I was reading about a lot of the wines. Very interesting.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some more AEIOUs and some more investors. We got many people. Wine's a competitive game, but from what I've been out there with and just sharing it, people go, "This is so great." Like they're not just saying it because they know my name's behind it, but they really mean it. It's been fun. It's been a fun project. It's a social project. It changes people's minds and moods for a minute. It's good.
There we go. We got somebody coming in now.
And we get to talk about Italy, that's the whole project.
Yeah.
Well, what you do with wine, we're kind of doing. Biagio does with music, and I'm not too familiar. I've read up on it, but are you doing just baseball players in their regions? Is that what the idea?
I'm trying to get right now, trying to talk to Sebastian Maniscalco. I know he's very Italian, loves his heritage. So I would love to get, like I said, it's called Rock and Ball Wines, but it could be, a celebrity. It doesn't have to be anybody that's like, oh my God, but the whole gist of it is to share your roots, right? We all are on here. We're all Italian, and we get really prideful about, oh, back this, and my grandfather used to do this. And where are you from? When you have 23andMe and you have Ancestry.com, and people go, identity, that's a big topic on a whole grand scale. But identifying with your Italian roots, that's what this wine's about. And chasing it back to the motherland. I'll put my grapes up against my wine up against any Napa Valley stuff that's out there, and I get good results, so good reaction.
That's great. We know a lot of the pop artists in Italy because we've done many shows together. So we
Okay.
could probably work something out with that too. These guys were big in the 80s and 90s is what I'm saying. So they have a big following.
Well, then
So
we
we've
know
done-
that they're legal to drink it, so we're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Jason, I want to introduce you to Jumper Gennaro, another one of the wise guys.
Yeah, we met at the Billy Staples event. How you
Yes,
doing?
we did. Yeah, I saw a very well dressed man with a beautiful lady, smiling, happy.
Thank
How
you.
you doing,
Yes.
buddy?
Good time, man. Good to see you again.
So I'm going to just tell you something. I know you had an incredible stretch with your career, but I was proud to see you when you had the Pittsburgh Pirates hat on. I was born in Newcastle, PA, which I didn't get to share with you, and so my heart is still there in the grounds. And I really like to know what your true experience was. I know that you know every time that you joined a new team, it was a new brotherhood that you joined, but I'd love to really hear the time you were there.
Yeah, well, you can see behind me. It'll excuse some of the mess on my desk. Catch all.
All the
There's-
jerseys.
There's the journey right there. Right, 20
Wow.
years, and I had to separate some more. There's another closet full, but from beginning to finish, and the here, let me pull out this one right here. Right, there's a section of Team Italia right there, man.
Yeah. Look at that.
Right, so there's the Azzurri right there, man.
Yeah.
And like I said,
Really?
name on the back allows you to play for the one on the front. There's a very unique thing with that in the World
Oh,
Baseball.
listen, if you ever want to, you have a duplicate of that.
We got a bunch. We can work something out. Don't worry about it.
Oh, listen, you got to donate one to the Wise Guy Show. We'll keep it proudly with us. for
Absolutely.
sure.
We'll figure that out, my friend.
So
right.
really, I just got in the meeting because I was just trying to connect and I finally did. Did we get into again what I was asking you about, like during the time you were in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
What was one of the highlights?
Well, obviously, you know, we're coming up on the 10-year anniversary of the biggest sporting event in Pittsburgh. And ironically, maybe you guys got to make it across the state. I'm
Well,
trying
I'm gonna say this to you. I've been trying to get there to see my family because they're still in Beaver Falls. They're in Pittsburgh, and
Okay.
this could definitely be a motivation.
All right, well,
I've been talking to Freddie
I'm
and bringing
sticking
our
my
whole
neck
crew out
out.
there.
I'm
Awesome.
sticking my neck out right now. I'm trying to get a suite because there's a 3 in 5 chance Johnny Cueto, who you know who that is, right? For
Absolutely.
the blackout game, he was pitching with the Cincinnati Reds in the blackout game for the biggest sporting event, biggest game here in Pittsburgh against the Cincinnati Reds. And he's now with the Florida Marlins. Well, the Pittsburgh Pirates finished their season against the
Yep.
Florida Marlins. So Johnny Cueto's coming to town, whether he pitches or not. I know the Pittsburgh faithful are going to be chanting Cueto, Cueto. So it's cool, you know. That's why I love living here. I don't have to tell you and sell you on it, but guys, it's a wonderful town. I just got to go to Italian Fest in Bloomsfield, and I once a closer, always a closer. I will never replace Franco Harris, the legend. Right, he was the team leader for the bocce ball tournament, and they needed a fill in, and I filled in, and of course Bird just hit the window. See that?
Oh.
That's good luck or not. Maybe I'm talking about Franco. He's trying to come on the show. But I filled in for Franco, team captain of Team Italia, the Guidos, and I rolled the winning shot for us. So got to bring it home. It was a fun event, man, and to mix and mingle with all the fellow Italians here in Pittsburgh, and even those who weren't Italian, they wanted to be Italian during that festival.
Well, listen, if we come out there, you'll set up another bocce contest. We'll do Wise Guys against the players.
Yes, I got a bunch of friends that they built the court in their backyard. It's like the big thing going right now.
Why don't we do a fundraiser? We'll do a fundraiser. Wise Guys come and challenge out the Pittsburgh boys.
That would be great. Let's set that up. We'll drink some of my wine. It'd be a good night.
I wanted to ask about how you started this when you. I want to show you I have to show you this amazing bottle. This Yogi Berra. I don't know whether to drink it or put it on display. It's hard for me. It's a beautiful bottle. I'm afraid to drink it because I feel like I can't put it up and display it. This is such a beautiful. I mean, you're doing this with Francisco Cervelli as well, another probably teammate of yours with the Team Italy, and but Yogi Berra. I'm just so curious. How did Yogi Berra come into play?
So Lindsay, his granddaughter, who is a good friend of mine, the baseball family is tight, small, and being Italian, just in conversation, the museum that they have there for the Yogi Berra Museum, they didn't have anything representing his Italian heritage. So we talked to them, and big topic again. I'm involved in name, image, and likeness stuff. I'm going to actually University of Pittsburgh tonight for a meeting to help some athletes. But using Yogi Berra's name, image, and likeness, the greatest catcher of all time, one of the greatest players of all time. When you look at it, If you haven't seen that documentary yet, well, guys, watch it. It's so amazing between just who he is as a person, his philanthropic stuff, just what a wonderful human being, a great teammate, a great man, good husband, good family man. There's nothing you could say bad about him. He was just always wanted the best for everybody. And Lindsay, his granddaughter, really put her heart and soul into this documentary, and it came out great. So if you haven't seen it, I'm going to give that props. You guys got to sit back and watch that this week.
Now, is that Larry's daughter or Dale's daughter?
That's Larry's daughter.
Larry, I played ball with Larry. Played softball men's league. Won a championship. That's my experience with the Berra family right here.
There you go.
Yeah, but
actually, Freddie, I want to mention Paul Borghese. We were there. Unfortunately, I missed it on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Biagio performed. Freddie, the Wise Guys show crew was there. I got there yesterday to see him and his family. Jason, Paul Borghese, who's an actor who's been in Sopranos, he's now in Gravesend series. He actually played the part of Yogi Berra in the film, the old film.
Right, 61 in 61.
Yeah, so yeah, we actually saw him yesterday, and we got a chance to hang out with him a little bit finally. But talking about the museum, just so you know, that's literally like a hop, skip, and a jump from where we are here in Jersey. So when you come out, we could also connect and go see that together, have dinner with our family. You're always welcome.
I'm trying to make a trip to Seton Hall, where I spent a good amount of time majoring in baseball and minoring in marketing. But I spent a lot of time in South Orange, New Jersey, right there. Montclair's right up the road. So yeah, once I head that way, they have an old timers game, and I guess I'm an old timer now, right? So I got to go try to see if I don't blow out my hamstring, quad, or oblique, something. Trying to
you definitely look like an old timer, man. You still got this.
I'm retired 7 years now, so it's crazy to even say that. I watch TV, watch the game now, and these guys throwing almost 100 miles an hour. I didn't throw that hard, but God bless. I sit there and I go, how the heck did I do this for 20 years?
I want to bring up your book. I haven't read it yet, but you want to give us a little rundown on the book?
Yeah, it's great toilet bowl reading. It's just my letter to. No, it was something I didn't intend to do. In all honesty, I wrote a love letter to my kids, basically because I have a bad memory, and there's so many stories and things that I just was coming out of me after the beginning of the book. It starts with how I got injured in spring training with the Cleveland Indians when I was there, and tore my quad tendon pretty bad, and didn't think I was going to walk right again. At least that's what the doctor said. So during that time, I had a BlackBerry at the time. Remember those things? That's dating me a little bit too. Here, we all had a BlackBerry, or maybe you were still into the iPhone, and I wasn't. And I really wrote all this stuff. It was my therapy, thinking I'm saying goodbye to baseball, and telling my kids, hey, I'm going to give it my best shot to come back. And luckily that all worked out for me. But in the meantime, I didn't realize before I converted to an iPhone, I'm like, oh shoot, I wrote a lot of stuff on there. I don't know what it is. And I printed it out, and there was almost like 200 something pages of me just writing my thoughts, and every day journaling some things, or a story, or guys that I had interactions with, and things of that nature. And again, going through that, I had to scrape it out to make it a little bit more PG-13. I didn't want to do the Jose Canseco or some of these tell-all books. It's just keep some of that stuff under a hat. And like I said, it was more of a love letter to my kids about not quitting, never giving up. And that's why I got all these jerseys behind me. I didn't, and
That's a
was just-
museum right there.
yeah, I recreated a locker. You know, I just have my own locker in my office space, and just trying to keep up with everything. Man.
Now I want to bring up Jason's wine now. This is his wine. This is from Jason's region of Lazio. And now when you were there, you had to feel like you belonged there, because when I went to Italy, I just felt like something inside me said I was there. How was it picking grapes and picking the grapes to make this wine in your own region?
Well, you know, it was interesting because trying, you know, what the whole project, like Share Your Roots, right? I had to pick something that, one, I love the taste of, or I never had, a smell, just a feeling, what it embodied me as a personality, what represented the Grilli name. It was bigger than me. Slapping my name on a bottle seems kind of egotistical. It really wasn't about that, because if I took my name off of it, and I'm telling you some of the AEIOUs that I would love to have on there, Dan Marino, Joe Montana, you know, Franco Harris, the list could go on and on, right? There's plenty of great Italian athletes and rock stars, you know, Sebastian Maniscalco, Guy Fieri, Bocelli, you name it, we can go on. Steven Tyler's Italian, et cetera, et cetera. So there are plenty of people who are really prideful in their Italian heritage. And after playing for that World Baseball Classic, I certainly was. And so I came up with this crazy idea because, you know, soccer is king over there in Europe, and Italy's no different. So
Napoli won the Scudetto.
So there's a lot of pride when it comes to soccer over there. But, you know, there isn't other options, that not everybody's a great soccer player, and there are Yogi Berras that could emerge from there, right? Or just like Otani has from Japan. I would love that, to know that in the big leagues, we're watching this, one of the greatest Italian players. I know we have Mike Piazza, Hall of Famers, Yogi Berra, and the likes of those guys, Joe DiMaggio, right? But to have a current Italian-born player that gets drafted out of Italy would be a great story for.
Uno, due, tre, hazzo!
Right? So,
Oh, I'm trying to say it.
yeah. So, like I said, I came up with just something that can bring a little bit of Italy back home here to the States. You know, I'm donating $5 a bottle for every bottle I sell. Donate $5 to the Players Union over there and softball for the women. So it doesn't sound like a lot, but hopefully as this gets more traction, that's the charity that I chose. And as you see, Yogi Berra's got his own, and I let the celebrities and people who get on the front to choose a purpose and a passion of theirs and put it on the back and donate $5 or whatever. They might want to donate 100% of their share of it. It doesn't matter. So it's just a fun project. I chose it because it has a good finish. I thought that was cool in a way, because I was a closer. I used to finish games. Now I'm just finishing charcuterie boards. You know, so
you were one of. I looked at you as one of the best closers, and watching that Italian Classic, I was waiting for you to come into that game. Italy had a shot moving to the next round, and I'm like, even the announcers are like, "Why is Jason Grilli still in the bullpen and not coming into the game?" And then you answered it for me in PA.
So the story was, I was right there with you. The story is true. I was wondering, everybody's like, Grill, you hurt? You hurt? I said, no, I don't know. Why aren't they getting me up to warm up? This is my moment. I faced these guys a million times. Like, it's time for Italy to move on to the next round. I wanted to come in and close it. They said the Pirates called and said they didn't want me to pitch because, the GMs were all protective of the season. So, and again, in fairness to them, I understand that feeling, because look what happened to the New York Mets this year.
Right.
They lost their closer. And the celebration, not even pitching.
Right.
So, I understand all that, but yeah, it was.
Well, I wanted to introduce you to another new wise guy. He's down below, but he's not from Italy. He's from Sicily. So Charloots is in the house. Charles,
sorry for joining so late. Thank you. I've been listening though. I've been able to hear it. I wasn't able to connect the video, but you sound great, and I love what you're trying to do. It's amazing.
Well, it's just been fun to share. And like I said, when you put a bottle of wine on the table, the storytelling comes out. So
yeah, true.
And that was kind of the objective, right? Rock and Ball Wines. There's a lot of people that take pride. I was blessed to be an athlete for as long as I did and borrowed the game. I've met a lot of great celebrities and superstar singers and chefs like Guy Fieri and
Well, now you met the wise guys.
and now I got the ones guys.
Listen, we do events everywhere. He's playing in Vegas this week. As a matter of fact, on Wednesday he'll be in Vegas performing at the San Gennaro Festival in Vegas. Charlie's in Sicily every year. We're doing all kinds of events. Our show on November 18th is at Resorts Casino in Atlantic City. I hope you can make it. Billy Staples is coming. Billy Staples is coming to that. I just want you to know that.
Okay, that's when? November when?
18th.
And we have
the weekend before Thanksgiving.
We have one of the most important Sicilian Americans, Italian Americans of all time, Louis Prima Jr., Louis Prima's son, who, that music, if you know it, you love it. But amazing stuff.
It's funny that Louis Prima's music plays on all the videos you see on YouTube, any Italian video, like Angelina and all kinds of, different
Just the
pizza
Gigolo.
videos. Just the Gigolo, all that gets played, and everybody's like, some people nowadays don't remember Louis because Louis was from the 40s. But
yeah, that's right. Yep.
And his music is amazing. When he sang with Keely Smith, the music was just amazing in those times. And
I know the food will be good. The company will be better. Right? And as you said, music in the background. God bless. I mean,
it's going to be incredible. It's incredible.
Music, magic, comedy. Bob Nelson, who's better than that?
Variety
Bob
show.
Nelson opened up for Rodney Dangerfield many times.
Yeah, he's great.
And we're gonna have a great time. Hopefully you could come November 18th. I told you, Billy
I'm
Staples.
gonna put it on my calendar. Send me the details. I'll put it on my calendar.
I'll have Annette send you the flyer so you can look
And
at it.
good hair. We forgot to mention great hair at that event. There's no better hair than an Italian.
Come on.
It's okay. You can throw it everywhere. I'm
For most
losing
guys.
Look at Biagio.
Yeah, God bless Biagio.
Where's the wine being sold right now?
What's that?
Where's the wine being sold at right now?
So it's a complicated issue right now. We're having a little bit of snafu with a couple things. I'm rearranging some of the laws in Pennsylvania. As you know, the liquor laws are a little bit interesting. So I hooked up with my attorney here, Lou Caputo, of course. There you go. You can't mess with Lou Caputo. So I just was speaking to him today. I'm revamping a couple things. I got a great amount of supply right here in Pittsburgh. Revamping some things on the website. But if people want to inquire about it, they could just write me up and email me at info at Rock and Ball Wines. So just hit me up on info at Rock and Ball Wines. And we can figure something out if people want to get some of their hands.
I'm going to we're going to be on our show. You're going to be on our show on Wednesday, and I'm going to put the link right on the bottom so everybody can see it with the pictures of the wine. And I got to tell you, I'm so I'm excited because we're doing a lot of events, and I was out in a hotel today that we're working on an Italian convention. And I even brought up, what if somebody brings their wine? Would it be a problem? And they told us no. So I'll send you the information on that.
Yeah, we got plenty. I'll just have to get a pallet jack and get it to where there because I know we'll be drinking it heavily.
I want to share something with you that we say from our region in Naples, in Napoli, in the Campania. You ready?
Go ahead.
A fatica te fai o sangue, e o vino mette the red, which means hard work sheds your blood. Okay, it throws it away, and the good wine puts it back.
Love it. Amen. Like that.
Well, Jason, I got to tell you, I got to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's such an honor to have you, and hope to connect with you on November 18th. But also at the conventions or any event that we do, we'll mention it to you. I'm sure Biagio will have no problems getting a table for you to set up to promote your wine. Even if you can't make it, have someone come and represent.
I'd love to do that. And like I said, we're trying to get it into the whole entire country. I'm trying to get it into Total Wines. Some people like that have distributorships throughout the nation because it's not just here in Pittsburgh or here even in Pennsylvania. There's a lot of us out there, and who better to celebrate than a good story and some good vino?
And
well,
listen, I just want to say, wait, before I forget, I want to make sure when you're in Jersey, think of the Wise Guys. We have three top restaurants that we brought Dwight Gooden. Dwight Gooden, when he was doing celebrity boxing, we brought him to Queen Margarita in Nutley. But we also have Blue Eyes Restaurant in Hoboken, all family. And then today, a friend of ours, House of Mozzarella. That's enough said. You want to come to a place called House of Mozzarella? I mean, please
So
look us up.
I got another idea that just dawned on me. When you come into Jersey, we could just trail into New York. My cousin is affiliated in partnership with Bounce sports bars in Manhattan, in Chicago. They got one in Long Island, and now they're opening up one in Delray. I think that could be another channel with this. So let's get together.
Beautiful. Hey, listen, the long intro and the long goodbye. That's what we're great at, man. Guys, I appreciate you having me on the show. Let me talk about sports, some passionate stuff that I'm about. Being Italian with you guys, it's a great time, man. I hope to see you again. I definitely will. Definitely.
Reach out because I'm telling you, you'll never forget it.
No doubt. No
Jason
doubt.
Grilli, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Thank
Have
you.
a great night.
You too.
All right, we're back.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Jason is amazing guy. You can see he's deep in his culture. Charlie came in a little late, but you made it. You made it. And,
got it.
Yeah, and listen, the Rock and Ball wine. Come on, Jason's Francisco Cervelli, another legend. Yogi Berra. This,
But he's been to the vineyards in Italy.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's not like he's staying here. He's going there. He's visiting the vineyards. He's
Yeah.
looking at everything. He's checking out the grapes.
Old
That's
school,
unreal.
you know, the vines that are there for so many years, you know, coming in from the earth. It's the blood coming out of the earth, and the nostalgia for him, of course, is where he's originally from and his family. Listen, it's
And
very important.
There's a great love in Italy, I believe, for our culture, the Italian American culture, because it is different than actually the Italian culture. We're Italian American. It's a different
Right.
life, you know, and they love us and accept us. And
What they realize more than anything is they get surprised when they come here and they come to visit. If they've been here several times, it's a different story. But when they come for the first time or the second time and they see the communities here in America that are truly together, you know what I mean, connected and, you know, with family, they're blown away because,
agree.
you know, it's always, you know, the water is bluer on the other side.
Yep.
We
Very
want to
true.
be there. They want to be here.
I like that.
Yeah.
The water's blue on the other side. That's good.
You know, and then, but when they feel welcome, because we make them
Yeah.
feel
Oh,
welcome
yeah.
when they
Yeah.
come,
Yeah.
then they're really blown away. You know,
Couldn't agree more.
so
Well, I just want to mention again, this show's about our November 18th show. I want to, anybody, maybe you just caught the show now, anybody who was part of the Wise Guys show in the past, over the last 10 years, who we supported or promoted or been to their events, got everybody together, did everything we can to help you guys get the word out of what you're doing. Really be important to us. If you come out this evening in Atlantic City, this is all for you. It's not just for us. It's for you.
this
It's
is
for-
a celebration. Again, this is a reunion. The people that are going to be there, family and friends, coming together in one place, and this is going to be a base again for future productions and you to feel welcome to come down. Because most people like, yeah, I haven't been in Atlantic City in a while. You know, things are different. No, we want to bring old school back, so you feel like you're at home.
We
when
got
you go
buses.
there.
We're gonna have buses. We're gonna get everybody there safely and back home safely if we can. We're working on discounted room rates. We have them now. They may go lower. They might be the same. Either way, they're the best you're gonna get. Also, go to WGStickets.com and see the whole show. And we do want to mention a new guy to the show, DJ Joe D. He's actually my brother-in-law, but he is a top DJ. He's one of our DJs on the Wise Guys show now. He's our official DJ. Another official DJ who we always work with. You can't let him go. He's this guy's son over here, Blaze Venga. Blaze Venga. And the guy sitting in the room over there, Roberto
Santos.
You know, he can always bring in Roberto in the clutch anytime.
One of the brothers from another mother, Giuseppe Gatto,
Giuseppe,
is not here
that's right.
tonight.
Joey Cat.
Joey Cat.
He's in Florida, I think.
Yes.
He couldn't make it.
And of course, the godfather of our show, Zio Arturo Pasquale, he's going to be there that night. So what you're also going to see is, Freddie, we could talk about it. You're going to see other supporters and people that are extensions of our show. You're going to see clips of who's going to be surprised, who's going to be coming on the 18th, coming real soon. So look out for them.
And now from that moment, from now until the 18th of November, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff. And some of the stuff that we're doing is pretty wild. And at all these places, we're going to promote our stuff, and we're going to promote our show. And I got to tell you, we're working hard to sell these tickets because you don't understand how important it is to sell this out on November 18th, because this is for everyone. Everyone. We got the Superstar Theater at Resorts. We got the ballroom, the grand ballroom they have, and then they have the patio upper. We could do something there in the future. We have so much space at Resorts Casino. That's our new home, and I want to see people there. And if you can't come, please let me know, because I'm telling you, in the future, when you want to play there and you're like, you didn't come support us, I'm gonna know. I'm gonna know, because
and remember,
it's deep in my heart that the people that we were with come out that night. And
out of the tree of life, I just picked me a plum. Yeah, the best is yet to come. So remember, you better be with us every step of the way.
Yeah, and so I'm going to bring up some of the events we're going to be doing. I mentioned Biagio, Las Vegas, San Gennaro.
Yep.
Now Arizona's after that.
Arizona is after that.
And
yes.
what about Florida?
Florida is going to be next year.
Oh, next
in
year.
April or May.
Oh, that's April.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Then we have the Italian Tribune Columbus dinner, where Biagio was just confirmed. Confirmed that he'll be performing at the That's a biggie. That's a biggie. Italian Tribune is the cream of the crop of Italian Americans. They are. That doesn't get any bigger.
No.
Their newspaper goes out to I think 100,000 subscribers
yeah.
all around the country, and that's a lot. And also the Columbus Day celebration, Totowa, Saturday, October 7th.
Yep.
That's
Everyone's
right.
going to be part of that. It's going to be great.
That's a great time. I have a good
Yes,
time.
we always do at Totowa.
And then the Columbus Day Parade, the float. The Biagio's the loudest float in New York that night. We even blew out Joe Piscopo and
in New York, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we go on a float and we bring big speakers.
Wow.
Because it's like, who's going to blow out anybody else? So we made sure last year.
They're loud on everybody.
So I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be another competition.
Loud and proud,
The
everybody.
wall of sound.
We made sure everybody heard us 2 blocks before
That's
we were
awesome.
there.
That's right.
That's awesome.
And why? Because Italians are loud and proud. We
That's
want to
right.
make sure you understand. We love. Hey, if it wasn't for Italians, there wouldn't be no San Gennaro. There wouldn't be no Zappos. There wouldn't be no pizzas.
right.
There wouldn't be no America.
It might be. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're
There are
absolutely
those
right.
who are Italian and those who want to be Italian.
That's where it gets me, where people don't understand. If it wasn't for Italians, it wouldn't be in America. It could have been China. It could have been an island of China or Russia, and then the world would have been a whole different place. A whole different place.
True.
Could have been France.
God
you know?
didn't design Italy to be shaped like a boot for no reason. You're with us, you'll be fine. If you're not, don't go shingle.
I'll say it 1,000 times. Be proud of who you are and where you came from, and you
right.
let them
You never know, you ever thought of that,
The
right?
Wise Guy Show said so.
Sicilia pure.
Now, October is next month is October. It's Italian Heritage Month. People don't understand. If you're not Italian, it's October Heritage Month. When you're Italian, you celebrate Italian heritage every month. You know? I mean, there's no October month for just Italian heritage for Italians. Italians, we make just like we make manigot and raviolis. We make them in December, January, February. There's Italian heritage is every month for us Italians. But if you want to learn a little bit about Italian culture, October is the month. You know, and come out to the festivals. I mean, we have a great time. You know?
And there ain't
October 8th.
nobody who's going to take that away.
October 8th, we have New York Conta, too.
Oh,
Yes. Yep.
In New
That's
York.
incredible.
And that's going to be televised in Rai, this for sure, 100%.
Absolutely.
Italy, they're going to show it, too.
Yep.
So that's great, too.
nice.
That's another thing.
I mean, if I'm missing anything, please bring
No,
it
then
up.
we have
because
Gigi D'Alessio.
The
Oh,
cheese
well,
steak.
Gigi D'Alessio.
I have that. I
When's
have
the
that.
cheesesteak eating contest.
I have that here.
The
Oh, you
cheese-
do?
that's in
Okay, yeah, yeah.
September. That's the spring roll you're talking about.
Yeah, well, aren't you competing in that?
Well, listen, there's gonna be a
Well,
surprise.
he started with
coming
hot
Sep-
dogs. Now we got to bring him over.
September 30th, the Wise Guys are going to be a little part of this eating contest at resorts on the boardwalk in
Right.
Atlantic City. Joey Chestnuts, they're bringing in the eaters, the champions. That day they're going to have.
We got
Joey
our own
Chestnuts.
champ. We got a champ.
We have
already.
our yeah, exactly.
What's the big not Barstool? What's the other sports?
Oh. There's Fandango,
No, another one. There's another.
Barstool, Fandango, and
There's a sports something. I forget the name. I'm thrown
You're
off.
talking
right now.
about the network.
The gambling network. There's Barstool. There's
not Fandango.
FanDuel.
FanDuel.
No,
FanDuel.
but that's not the one. There's another one. It's
Another
green.
one sponsored.
No. It's there's another one. It's called I forget what it is, but it's listen. We're gonna promote it September 30th. Joey Chestnuts. They're bringing the whole. There's gonna be a world record mentioned that day. And I think it starts at 1. ESPN Radio is going to be there. The Wise Guys will be there.
So wait, he's moving from hot dogs to what?
he eats anything.
Wait,
No, he
he's moving
competes
from
in
hot
everything.
dogs.
he eats
Joey
anything.
Chestnuts.
It's bothering me now.
Oh.
I want to find out.
I think we should have to okay the next trophy he gets now, because who knows what the shape of this next thing's going to
I
be.
know, really. Yeah, but what are they actually going to have there that night?
The spring rolls.
Cheesesteak egg
Cheese
rolls.
steak
Oh,
egg
is that
rolls,
what they're
egg
doing?
rolls,
Yeah,
yeah.
cheesesteak
Okay.
egg
Spring
rolls.
rolls,
Yeah.
egg rolls.
It's a biggest thing out. I never even heard of it.
I
until-
never heard of that either.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're going to have a heart machine on site as well, I think.
Jeez.
It's really bothering me now. I got to find this thing. The thing is, it's a new thing out there. Everybody loves cheesesteak. Everybody loves egg rolls. I guess they put the cheese
together.
in the egg roll and bon appetit. I don't know. I just hope nobody chokes one day. And
It was invented by a Philadelphia Chinese guy, I think. No.
Oh, maybe.
yeah, but no, I don't think it is. I'm telling you, I'm gonna find out what it is because I feel bad because we're promoting it and I don't see resorts on my fan. No, I don't see it on here. It's before our November 18th show though. We do have a show with Biagio again, who's for 3 different days. One's going to be on October 13th at Warner Theater in Torrington, Connecticut, and then October 14th and 15th at Bally's in Atlantic City. Biagio will be opening up for another Italian famous. Biagio, I gotta get a list on the toilet paper now. 'Cause all the performers that you've opened up for. So when I introduce you, I gotta tell everybody. You gotta give everybody credit. I'm running and now. I go up there and say he's opened up for so many Italian Americans. I mean Italians from Italy. But Gigi D'Alessio World Tour.
Yeah.
I think that was all brought together by La Vica Entertainment, Tony Napoli,
yes.
and the idea was to bring them because Napoli won the big.
Yes, the Scudetto, and Gigi D'Alessio has a huge Napoli Don following. Huge. So right now he's on TV all the time, and they're looking forward to this tour. He's actually doing 2 shows in Canada as well. One in Toronto, one in Montreal.
Awesome.
So he's doing 5 shows. Yeah.
Nice.
that's-
I'm going to be there. I'm going to go to that on the 14th, and then I'm doing Sunday at Resorts Disco Inferno. They want
you
us to
saying
come
that.
see what they do
That's
there.
great.
I would love to get you incorporated with that because you do have a set of disco songs that
Yeah.
you do. So
we do Ital Disco.
What's Disco
Italian
Inferno?
It's just a disco show in the theater where we're going to be doing our show,
Awesome.
know,
Wow.
and we're going there just to observe everything and see what we could do a part of that. Then there's also the Resorts is doing a late night Italian spaghetti dinner.
That's right. I forgot about that.
They wanted The Sopranos. They slept on it too long, and they moved on with some other idea. But we were asked to, in the future, be a part of their spaghetti nights where we could actually do a broadcast just like this in Resorts Casino. Come on. That's a spaghetti night. I think we'll have a great time there. We can even have Biagio perform in there. That's in the ballroom. I think it's in the ballroom where the
great.
tables are, so you can do a nice performance
Fantastic.
over there.
So anyway, Freddie, it is
Found it?
DraftKings.
DraftKings.
There you
There
go.
you go.
DraftKings.
That's
Yeah,
it.
just found it.
I don't know why I couldn't find
And this is Major League Eating contest,
Yes.
2023.
And you're
there.
not a major league, Mike.
Well, listen to me.
You're good.
I
You're
think he's
good.
practicing.
Hold on a minute.
You're, like the
I'm
minor,
gonna-
you're definitely minor league.
we
but I don't
gotta
know
try.
about
We're
major.
gonna try to figure out how to get in that. Don't worry about it.
How
It's
do you
never
even
too
train
late.
for that? How
First
do
of
you,
all-
how do you train for that?
First of all, just so you know, I was volunteered by Mark Montaigne. I was and the Totowa crew, and it was all for good fun. But once I sit down at the table, I get serious. But I didn't even try really hard, just so you know. And I hit almost.
Well, you beat everybody
I'm
by a
almost
lot.
15.
Nobody was close to
I'm
you.
almost hit 15 of them, and I wasn't even trying hard. But if I'm competing, it'll be different.
All right, now listen. Let's see if we could get to Louis Prima on Zoom. Let's go. Follow me. Let's go to Louis Prima on Zoom. Let's see if we can get him.
Absolutely.
What's going on, Louis? Jumping Gennaro here. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
So, really looking forward to having you perform with your band on the 18th. We're very excited. This is going to be a fantabulous night to remember for sure.
We're looking forward to it. So we haven't been back to Atlantic City, I think, since like 2014 or 2015. So it's been a while.
Well, I got news for you. We're looking forward to seeing you as well. They clearly know who you are, and they're excited that you're coming back. And one of the things that what's happening in real time is we're going to bring old school back to resorts. So that way, family and friends are going to be able to come and unite and have a base in Atlantic City like they did back in the day. There's new ownership, and they're really looking forward not to just our variety show, but to doing production with us in the future. And we want you to be part of our team. I love the fact that Charlie, it all started the journey with me when we were with our band, Jumpin' Gennaro and the Papa's Cash Quartet. We were doing your dad's music, and Charlie said, are you kidding me? He goes, I'm going to the cutting room with my friends to go see Louis Prima Jr. So I didn't know that you were out there doing your dad's music, and and obviously it's more than that. I know you guys improvise with a lot of great stuff. And so he's like, you got to come and see him. And I said, absolutely. So you really inspired us and my band when we came out to the Cutter Room. That was 9 years ago. If you remember, Mike Marino opened for you.
Absolutely. I love Mike.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's part of our team, by the way.
Mike was a backup for Uncle Floyd. And what happened was Uncle Floyd had the mini stroke, and we're hoping that he's okay. But Mike was going to do it, but he was booked on a cruise. He was doing Royal Caribbean, or I would have had him.
Right on.
But I found Bob Nelson. I'm good friends with Bob, so I thought he's a legend. So I think he's going to be just fine.
I love Bob since I was a kid. I love him. He's awesome.
And
what you're gonna really appreciate when we do this show is you're gonna see the dynamic of all the people. Like Charlie, is I've known for years, and I told him, I said, Charlie, the best thing you ever did was invite us to come see Louis Prima and the band, and I'm excited because everything that you experience at the cutting room with Charlie and people like Charlie, that's what's gonna happen on November 18 at resorts. It's gonna be an extension of that, but if all goes well, which I believe we're gonna sell out, there's gonna be 1,000 people in that theater.
I hope so. I hope we do well.
I just want to mention it's going to be a rough weekend for Italians to do shows. You got Sebastian Maniscalco at the Brigada. You got Pooh performing at Hard Rock, and you at but I'm telling you, there's a lot of interest in seeing you. A lot of people we spoke to who never saw you but wanted to see you, and there's going to be a lot of new people and who never saw you, and we're just looking to just bring it on.
Yeah, me too.
So you got a lot going on these days. I understand you're in the restaurants as well. Charlie,
unfortunately, I mean, I've been in the restaurant business my whole life, but I've been doing this band as a career since 2010, and unfortunately, COVID and the economy, and then the economy kind of almost drove us into the ground. I mean, it's been tough. It's tough to travel with the size group that we have, and it's expensive to begin with. And you double and triple prices on everything, and it's impossible. So we've scaled back pretty hard on our touring schedule, as well as we have a new album that's waiting to come out that we can't release until we can abide by Universal Music's guidelines on tour dates and such. So it's been kind of rough. So yeah, I'm running restaurants again, to
listen,
keep
we're looking forward.
keep the bills paid.
Yeah, we're looking forward to getting you back to where you need to be. Your band, you and your band have inspired me and inspired many that I've shared with. We met you again when you were in Staten Island at the Hilton, and then this last time, if you recall, I was jumping up with you and my wife and Charlie and the whole room. We were dancing in the room. That's what I'm telling people that's going to happen in Atlantic City. I'm telling you, this is not a place where you're going to come sit in a seat. You're not going to be able to take a nod. This is like nonstop excitement. If you see the rest of the show, we're opening up with the DJ, closing with the DJ. That's actually Freddie the Fireman there. My brother from another mother. His brother-in-law, he's a Jersey Shore guy who's really well known. He packs it in. We have Rocco Solano. He's a legend as a magician, illusionist in Vegas. You probably have crossed paths.
I've heard of him. Yeah,
in Vegas. Yeah, Rocco is the best show of hands. He's a Patterson native, which is our neighborhood, and he's from Avellino. These are a lot of Italian descent of different parts of Italy coming together, and we're going to put on a magnificent show. I'm really looking forward to it.
Charlie, you there, Charlie?
It's going to be fun.
Are you on? I can't hear you. What are you doing over there? Oh,
we're trying to pull Charlie, and he's not hitting the audio.
Well, on our show, this show, we have also Jason Grilli. Jason Grilli was a pitcher for the Italian national team. He also did 17 years in the major leagues. He was also known for, and he has a new wine, and we did a Zoom with him also. But I wanted to mention, we're going to try to get him there. We do a lot of stuff with celebrities, former Major League Baseball players. So we're really looking to have more than just a show that night. We wanted to do a little after party if the casino allows it. Have a meet and greet. Not really like where you're sitting. I mean, just having fun by the step and repeat. Have everybody out there and just introduce you to so many of our friends that have helped us throughout the years doing the Wise Guy Show.
Right on. No, we're looking forward to it. I mean, you see what we do at other venues. We're always with the crowd after shows, talking and meeting people. And we've in the past, not just with resorts, but the other venues we've played in Atlantic City. We've always had a good rapport with them and been able to go, sit in a lounge afterwards and have a good time and enjoy ourselves and meet some people. And I think that's one of the part of the charm of our band is that we do take the time to meet people. I mean, and get to know them and make new friends and make sure that they know that we're accessible. And it makes it makes you feel part of the show even after the show.
Charlie's on. I hear him. Charlie.
Holy cow, that took forever. I'm sorry. Yeah. How you been, Louie? I love you, brother.
I'm all right, brother. I love you too, man. I love you.
Yeah, so one of the things we do on our show is we celebrate with a special word you may or may not have heard in the past. But since we finally got them on in the Zoom, Freddie, let's do it together. Charlie, you know it. Uno, due, tre,
alzo.
Hey, Louie,
I see Ryan's playing with you. Where are you playing this weekend?
We're doing the Suffolk Theater in Riverhead, Long Island, on Long Island.
Wow, I might have to make that
Friday night, and Morristown on Saturday.
Oh, that I'm going to. So that, yeah, good.
That's going to be fun. We're headlining in Morristown for the first time, so that's going to be a good time. And yeah, Ryan's coming back out with us to do a
That's
couple
awesome.
shows. Yeah, I love that guy, and
I do too.
I can't
And
wait
that's-
to get back on the look. And for you guys, Ryan is you guys have probably seen him. He's the long hair guitar player that's played with me. He's
Yeah.
the co-writer of all of our original songs, and you know, him and AD, my drummer, joined the band back in 2010, and
Is he the one that comes out from Australia?
No,
no, he's the guy that replaced Ryan. Ryan unfortunately had to you know, get a haircut and get a real job, so to speak, during COVID. He's got yeah, you know, he had just bought a new house and he had 2 kids, both going into high school.
Right.
And you know, we all had to do what we needed to do during the pandemic, and
Sure.
he took a great job that helped supports his family, but it required him to stay home. So I'm looking forward to playing with him again. I love him. He's one of the greatest musicians I've ever played
He
with.
really is.
And
He really is.
yeah,
Oh, that's
complete monster.
One thing I tell everybody is that, you know, you're certainly, your talent is magnificent. You know how to control the stage, but I share when I talk about the witnesses that everybody is at the highest level, okay,
True.
of their instrument and their talent. They're just at the highest level. And I also plug your female vocals like a Lady Gaga. Your female vocals that I've seen, there's basically throughout the years, there's been 3 of them, and they've all been, it's so impressive. So
I've been very, very blessed to, you know, and it was no easy task. I mean, Charlie knows my old best friend, Mikey Bones, God rest his soul.
Yeah, he was the best.
When he joined the band, he's actually the first person that met Charlie in Atlantic City, as
That's
a matter
right.
of fact.
That's right. Yep.
And Mikey was
at the resorts.
At resorts.
At the resorts.
Mikey's been a friend of mine. You know, he was a friend of mine from back in the 80s when I had long hair and was doing rock and roll. And I ran back into him the early days of putting this band together and said, you know, come play with me, man. I need somebody that knows how to entertain and knows what they're doing and will learn a song, not just play a song.
Right.
And he came aboard, and you know, I was playing with absolute monsters back then as well, but the performer is a different breed. The guy that'll learn the song and not read the chart and dance around and jump and kill himself on stage. We're a different breed. And I told Mikey, I said, look, help me find guys. Okay, let's really put our heads together and let's find some people. And we were really fortunate to, you know, put together this band of monsters that knew how to entertain, that would take the mic from me without even hesitating and put on a show themselves. And, you know, through the years, everybody that has joined this band, I'm blessed to have had everybody that's left the band, and honored to have shared a stage with them. But I'm blessed to continue to have monsters on stage with me, talent that I just, it's phenomenal, the talent.
It really is.
And every night, you know, somebody does something that just makes you go, oh my God.
Yeah, it's always
you know,
something special. It really is.
Yeah,
I'm going to
really
tell you
is.
something as an artist and a musician as well, is it's very, very easy to be able to create and get to that level, and because you make it, so you're the conductor too. So it looks like it's all being improvised. I know it's not always improvised. It's to some degree, you know, you got to have some kind of format, but it's your heart in it, and it's what allows you to say, okay, now just, you know, do your part, okay, and you create that. It's the energy, it's the heart that you put in it, just like, and that comes from your dad, I'm sure, you know, and that's instilled in you. It's in your DNA. Your father was the same way. He was an extreme
absolutely
talent,
was,
but he knew how to tune in, and I'm using the word tune in, you know, kind of metaphorically, tune, he knew how to get somebody fired up, and you developed that. You have that, and the same thing. You know when the right moment is, and it flows, and that's what's the beauty of being part of the room that when you guys are performing. I know that's going to be the experience in Atlantic City, but what you're going to really love is we're going to be able to channel in on that. You'll see how we format the whole show. Me and Freddie, we orchestrate, even though we're actually a big team. The Wise Guys show is a big team of Jersey guys, from different neighborhoods that just basically work with the heart. And we inspire and motivate people worldwide with our show. People watch us from all over the world. But you're going to feel that dynamic that night, and you're going to say, this is not, difficult. These guys are right there in with us, and that's what's important. We're gonna channel in on that. You're gonna see what I'm talking about.
Well, we're going to have a good time, and you'll see. Look, on top of being great musicians and performers, we get a lot of comments on just our ease of operation. We've all been doing this forever. We look forward to hitting the stage. Absolutely, we expect, whether it's 50 people or 5,000 people in the crowd, we expect everybody to get up and dance and party with us and have a good time. That's what music's about. Music is about enjoying yourself and having fun. It is not a spectator sport. And that's how we approach it is, you're going to get up, and that's why, Charlie will tell you, that's probably the primary reason why my father and myself, we don't work with set lists, because you have to be able to change with what the crowd is doing. You have to be able to do what they want to hear. If the crowd wants to hear predominantly Prima, they're going to get predominantly Prima. If they want to hear Prima Junior, they're going to get a heavy dose of us. If they want to hear the other mayhem that we do, we're going to give them the other mayhem. We always hope it's a fine mix of everything. But more importantly, we want a crowd to have a good time, and I'm fortunate to have a bunch of misfits like me that know how to do it.
I think you've achieved all of that.
When resorts found out it took us it was difficult for us to get a Saturday. They were giving us Fridays and Sundays, and I was like, we need a Saturday. And when they gave us that Saturday, they were a little worried about who we were going to get, because this is our first show. And when we mentioned you, immediately they said they were just totally excited. You were there, and I think they said in 2013, and you packed the house. So we were just hoping that that was a good sign of good things to come.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We've actually one of my first shows with the band when I was getting serious with it. I think it was 2008. We first played the Hilton, AC Hilton, and then the second time I played Resorts, and then we played there again in I think it was 2013.
Right.
Back, and I think that's when we played the Pier as well. We did a show there, and we did New Year's Eve. Charlie, was the last time we played there. You and Pam were there.
Right.
And I think that was 13 to 14 or 14 to 15. I can't remember.
The first time I saw you was 2008. And I think I've seen you about 50 times since.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll tell you what, it's always something different and special. It really is. I mean, I just think like you and your dad always say, make the people happy, play pretty for the people. And you certainly do. You certainly do. And you certainly always have. And I'm just thrilled for everything. I'm thrilled for this Saturday now. Now that Morristown show was, I think it's a free show, right?
Yeah, that's free show. It's on the Morristown Green. Look, I love Morristown because it reminds me of Back to the Future, because it's that it's that square park.
Yeah, Marty McFly, that whole scene.
The buildings around, they got a little church, they got the bank. And I love that town, and that is always a great crowd and a good time, and they kind of stick with local people.
Right.
So we're honored to be asked back. I think this is our fourth time, if I'm correct. and headlining this year. So we're looking forward to getting that night crowd. And
Make sure
rocking
you
it
mention
into
you're
the
going to
night.
be in resorts in Atlantic City too on November 18th.
Absolutely, I will. Absolutely, I will. And
I just want to let you know that Freddie the fireman, of course, one of the main hosts, he actually created that video that you see that we've been promoting with, because we were waiting to make sure how Uncle Floyd was going to do, because we really wanted him on the card. But then finally we said, we got to start moving on promoting. So that's why we got Bob Nelson. So that was Freddie's skills in filming and editing. And he's excited to, hopefully you could share that on the page too. That'll help.
Did you know Uncle Floyd?
No, I've never met him, and I've only seen him, I think, once or twice.
David Bowie wrote a song about him. Just so you look him up online, he's got some history. He was in Good Morning Vietnam, and he just has a hell of a history.
Yeah, I knew that.
He actually has something great, a story that he said he was looking forward to share with you about your dad. So hopefully he'll come.
We'll do it again.
He'll be better, and he'll be in the audience.
Listen, I'm going to try to get him in the audience for sure. He when I booked him for the show, he told me he has a special connection with your family, and I was like so excited to. And then when I heard what happened, I was like, man! But I'm trying my best to have him there somehow. Maybe get him out of the rehab. Maybe they could bring him there and get him outside a little bit, because he's been dealing with it, But I can't wait to find out what he had to ask you or talk to you about.
I'd love to know. Look, the world, probably one of my favorite things is stories. Look, my mom was a Jersey girl. My mom was from the shore. She grew up in Toms River, New Jersey, graduated Toms River High School.
Wow.
The name just jumped out of my head, Ocean City Community College. I might be the one in Toms River. They got a wing of the theater named after her.
Right.
Wow. So we have, there's always a lot of friends and family that come even out of Philly to the shows. My favorite aunt was from Cherry Hill. Her address was 1 Park Drive. I always tell people it was the first house. But I'm always thrilled by the stories and the connections and people. And one of my favorite stories to tell anybody is we'd met Charlie. Mikey met Charlie at resorts coming down the elevator, and we hung out for a bit after the show, and he said, do you play parties for private parties? And I said, yeah, and if we can make them work, we'll make them work. And he goes, I want you to play my 50th birthday party.
That's right.
So in 2011 we traveled. What was the name of the country club, Charlie? That place was gorgeous.
Forest Hills Country Club.
Forest Hills. We came to Forest Hills and played for Charlie and
that's
a few hundred of his friends. And so we're sitting out on the balcony and having a drink and telling stories about. We got on the subject of how it's a small world, and I started to tell a story about. I used to work I bartended at a rock and roll club, rock bar in Las Vegas. And the bar manager and his brother him and his brother worked there as well. And I was going on vacation, and I said, Mac asked me, where you going? And I said, I'm going to Toms River. And he goes, Toms River? Why are you going to Toms River? He goes, I grew up in Toms River. I was like, he was one of my dearest friends. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You didn't grow up in Toms River. He's like, yeah. He goes, I worked at Mazzo's Pizza on the boardwalk. I go, oh, my mom worked at Maruca's Pizzas. And when I'm telling the story, I said, Robert McCardle, and Charlie freezes and goes, Mac? And I go, Mac? And he goes, you got a brother, Keith? And I said, yeah. And then Charlie pulls out of his wallet a picture of him and Keith McCardle, my best friend's brother, at the gym working out. I'm like, how do
you can't make this stuff up.
You can't make stuff like that up.
You really can't. You really can't.
Hey, look, we got a lot more to talk about. Our time is cutting short, but we're going to incorporate this. And I just want to say this. I'm going to cut off with just this. I was encoring you at the cutting room in the last show we did in New York, that you did in New York City.
Yeah.
And I was saying, New Orleans. We got to do New Orleans. That's an awesome song. down by the lazy river, in the place of my dream. Go back every time. Feel all right.
First, I'd like to thank you, Louis, so much for giving us this opportunity to interview you. We're pushing this show as best we can. I know we're up with a lot of competition, but it's going to be an amazing evening. I want to thank Charlie. I know Charlie a long time. We did a lot of stuff in Newark, and
I just want to add one thing real quick, Freddie.
Yeah, sure.
Louis' son is a fireman as well. Anthony,
Oh.
who plays the drums with Louis quite often.
Well,
But
I'm
Louis'
sure we're
son-
going to have a lot of firefighters.
Freddie's a
the show.
retired fireman.
Yeah, I
Freddie's
did
a retired
25
fireman.
years in Newark, where Charlie works, and
Oh, right on.
And Charlie, just to throw it out, make sure he knows about this show when he comes too.
I will tell George.
Yeah, we'll hit it heavy. We're gonna fill the place. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna treat this with all the respect that I treat every show, man. We're gonna come rock for you. I'm honored to be a part of it. I'm grateful that y'all thought of me, and hopefully
love
this is
if you-
start of some good stuff.
If you do New Orleans, then I'd love to sing backup on it.
I'll throw it in the set just for you. How about that?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Louis
All right, you
Jr.,
got what you wanted, Mike.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I'll talk to
babies.
you
I
soon.
appreciate
I'll
it.
talk to you soon. I hope to see
appreciate
you.
it.
I'll see you Saturday.
No.
I'll see you Saturday, brother.
Love you,
Ciao.
brother, very much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right, Louis
All right.
Prima. Finally, we got him. We got him.
Wow, unbelievable.
Listen,
unbelievable.
just to get him on to show
Unreal.
the spirit to get this show going. There's a lot of fun going to happen this evening on November 18th, and we're really looking for it. See, there's so many shows that we're doing before that. A lot of things we're doing before that. This November 18th is extremely important for all of us, not just the Wise Guys, for all of us. And it's a family thing. This Wise Guys was put together. I remember from the moment we put it together, and it was a spinoff of the original Wise Guys with Joe Causey, Uncle Floyd, Cha-Cha, he was like an uncle of mine.
Big Pussy, Ben Zan.
No, Vinny Vella.
Vinny Vella.
Vinny Vella was a big. He loved us, and we're carrying on. See how we carry on Italian tradition? We're carrying on tradition of these guys that are slowly either getting sick or getting ill or dying, and we're gonna always carry on their names. We just did, just by me mentioning Vinny Vella, John Cha-Cha Ciarcia, the unofficial mayor of Little Italy, New York. I loved him. He was an uncle of mine. I'm close with Karen, his wife. I'm close with his cousin John Cha-Cha.
Johnny,
who's named,
another one.
Yes, and we Joe Causey. Well, we see at all the events. They're very dear to us, and
Absolutely.
we carried Joe. I hope you live forever. For any reason, anything happened to Joe, we're carrying Joe's name. We'll always be in our hearts until we die. We're always going to carry on the traditions of not just Italian culture, but all the mentors, all the mentors that we led from. We're doing this show because of the old Wise Guy show that was on Sirius. That's why we do this show. We love the idea, and when they canceled their show, Karen wanted us to carry it on. Cha-Cha wanted us to carry it on. They loved the show. And that's why we're still doing it. And it grew with Biagio, with Mike, with Joey Cat, and now Charlie, and everybody, my wife, Annette, Francesca, Biagio's family, his wife, his son. I mean, we work together to make it happen. And I tell you, I look. There's a lot of people out there doing stuff, and whether they're getting more views or whatever, I don't. All I can tell you is this: I'm out there. I got my eyes open. I see everything. There ain't nobody that's doing what we're doing. Nobody.
Nope.
We got singing. We got comedy. We got people we know, traditions, festivals,
And we're always supporting everybody.
That's right.
We're always there supporting.
Always.
So Charles is a great tribute now to the show because he is very proud, and the reason why I thought him, it's not just about introducing us to Louis Prima, it's because I always knew him as somebody who was passionate, family man, hardworking guy, a guy from the neighborhood, and very, very proud of culture. He's not just saying about Sicilian, in Italian in general. And you got so many stories. We're going to have other shows. We're going to talk about, and I always talk to Freddie about this, talking about our neighborhood, you know, and you're
That's
in the
what this
South
is all
Ward.
about, like
Yeah.
hanging on the old corner or the stoop or the old schoolyard. That's what we did, like we're doing now. That's all it's about. But here, let me just mention this that most people don't know yet. Okay, I did mention everything we're doing, but we're working on something even bigger than that with another wise guy. He's like a part-time wise guy. Nicky Petito, you see him doing all the soprano stuff. We're working on, Nicky's working on, and we're going to be partners with him or part of it somehow. The Paisan Con,
Yes, Paisan
and
Con.
that's going to hopefully be
I love that name.
announced soon when it's going to be.
Well, listen,
That's a great
let
name.
me just say a few words with Nicky. He's been tagging away with a lot of ideas, and you know what? He was definitely disrespected on not allowing him to be part of other things we don't need to discuss. All right, so he's always coming up with ideas, and I always told him, just remember, you're gonna win in the long run. Okay, it's just a matter of time. Don't worry. It only that means it wasn't the time yet. The time will come. This Paisan Con is
We're working on it.
fabulous.
I haven't spoke to you about it, but we've done.
Yeah.
We found a location, and it's looking brighter and brighter. Well, I can mention we got the House of Mozzarella in the business, working on doing this. Billy
Annabella,
Annabella, Vinny from
Yep.
Annabella's. We're doing this. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be a miniature con, like a Chiller Theater, but a Paisan Con, all kinds.
Little
stuff.
by little.
Boxers, sports figures. Hopefully, we get Jason to come. And speaking of Jason, we did connect. Think about it. When you're in PA, you connect a guy who has a wine called Rockin' Ball Wine with a lady who does Rockabella vodka and whiskey, and they connected. And there's something in the works with Rockin' Ball Wine, Rockabella, Larry Holmes event every year. That we're going to do so much stuff that you haven't even seen it yet. So please stay tuned with what we do. Everything we do is all good stuff. One important good thing that we do is coming up very soon. It's the 2023 Cigar Night for Autism on Wednesday, October 11th.
Incredible.
At the Venetian in Garfield.
Incredible.
Let me tell you. Some people don't see the prices. They'll see $175 per person, $1,700 a table, $175 a person. You're talking open bar all night from the moment it starts to the moment it ends. Some people do an hour. No, this is all night open bar. All night, top of the line food from the Venetian.
You gotta wait and fast for 1 week before you come, so you can try everything.
The Venetian
is-
puts out the full spread of everything.
I've never seen a spread like that ever.
Never.
And we've been to a lot of places.
Yes.
So they put everything out.
And then cigars galore all night. So if you smoke cigars, this year there's going to be more women because the people are bringing their wives. When it started, it was a golf outing, so more men came because it was a cigar night. But the cigar lounge is in the back at the Venetian. Listen, for tickets, call Vinny Ucci or contact the Wise Guy Show 973-768-2480. Vinny is an amazing father who put this whole event together for his daughter and all the children at the autism that suffer from and deal with autism. All
They
their
have an
lives.
incredible team.
Vinny is an amazing guy. I
developed-
promise you, other than the bestscholars.org and this event, there's nothing more heart-filling than that. And you're going to see it when you're
And
there.
for a long time, I said, this great cause has helped so many people. I'd love to see somebody come up and voice, and sure enough, they did that last year.
Yes.
Here was somebody who was an incredible journey with Ariana's Angels, got up and spoke so incredibly and with incredible diction. I was amazed.
So I'm telling you, that's a big part of our what we do on the Wise Guy Show. And then there's another event that we did in August. I forget the date. It's with Danny Del Val of Moment of Silence, Blue Magazine. I was a writer for the Firefighters magazine and newspaper. I worked with Danny was my boss at this this whole organization that he does. Moment of Silence is for helping military, police, emergency workers deal with suicide. The amazing things that he does for this. And I got to tell you, it's another hard. We met Sheriff Clark. We were hanging out with Sheriff Clark all night. You know, we went back in the parking lot. Sheriff Clark is an amazing guy, a fighter for humanity, and it was just an honor to go to these events. Danny always, you know, and don't forget, we didn't forget about Goodfellas. You want to bring up? We were talking about Goodfellas recently, what we want to do there, but I don't know if you want to get too into details.
Well, right now with the Goodfellas, we wanted to make sure that we were going to do something very special. Of course, a tribute to Goodfellas and the family. Of course, just showing respect because there's two family members there that passed away, and most recently. We said we're going to do something, and we want to make sure it's special. So we don't want to make any announcement until it's solidified.
What threw us off was the fact that we had the resorts thing. We didn't expect that. They came in out of nowhere, and it kind of pushed us off of Goodfellas. But we're still on it. We're still on it.
We're going to make
Biagio
something
will be
special.
performing at Goodfellas. And
I'll be there.
Yeah. I do have to make a few mentions because they are going to be part of our show. Frankie in Bergamo, he promoted his book, The Good Life, with recipes of his family. Check it out, Frankie in Bergamo from our Boston Paisan, and he loves us.
We got to get the boss. I know we've been talking about too. We're gonna get
Biagio will
there.
be performing in Boston also. Trust me, we're gonna get it. Eventually, we'll get a wise guy bus. I think that's bound to happen.
Next.
Also, another event. I mean, not an event, a movie, a documentary that's been long in the waits. One More Round, it's called. A documentary about the guy, The Rock Casal, a Newark native. He was actually lived right around the corner from my house. And a guy was a professional fighter. And the amazing story behind, you got to watch it. We're going to get this documentary somehow one way. It's called One More Round. We've been mentioning it. He was on our show years ago, and it was in the beginning stages. This documentary took a while. I think it's like a 3-part documentary series. Yes. So it's so many. We introduced him to Bobby Ches. The Brooklyn Bleeder, no, the Bayonne Bleeder. Oh my God, Chuck Wepner. I know Chuck too.
Yeah, he used to hang at the surf club all the time.
But there's so many. Even I think Larry Holmes commented. A lot of boxers are in this, talking about the life of a guy, The Rock Casal, a Newark native, and I'm looking forward to that. It premieres on November 24th, 2023. So looking for it. We're going to get Guy on the show. We're definitely going to do that. I just wanted to mention that just so we know, we don't forget. And the final thing I want to mention is I was doing some research recently and talk about Italy, how they are. Italy is the first country to ban synthetic foods. The government has approved a bill that blocks the production and sale of laboratory food. The only country to do that. You know?
Finally.
Does that tell you something about...
France is not a part of that?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Because I know they're really strict about it.
Italy's the only country right now that has done that, and I'm with it. I'm with
Absolutely.
it.
200%.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
200%.
What do you think?
That's why when people said they go to Italy, they eat, they
eat
don't gain
better.
weight.
They eat better.
They say we
certainly
walk.
do. Yeah.
They eat better.
It's
do.
because it's organic. The food
Yes.
that you eat in Italy, everything, all the ingredients are made in the fields or fresh and purchased fresh. No chemical additives.
No,
No,
you're right.
nothing.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with this statement, but most of my friends in Italy, when I go, they say, "Kaya America." Here, this is America.
This is America.
Now,
Ka America.
Kaya America. You know,
Then
they
there's
say that
people
a
that
lot.
say America and America not old.
Yeah,
it
man,
was America
Yeah.
one time.
I want to say 2 other things. Number one, I want to thank you for those really kind words. You know, I feel the same way. You're a beautiful person, and I'm very happy you guys invited me to be involved with this. Thank you so much.
Well, you're a partner now. You're a
Thank you.
partner.
We're an honor to have you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And secondly, being that you brought up documentaries, I must bring up my friend Michael Cavalieri. He is a world famous actor. He was in The Next Karate Kid. He was in a couple episodes of The Sopranos, a bunch of other things. And he's been making independent films on his own. The most recent one is a documentary about the sulfur miners in Sicily called La Porta dell'Inferno. And he's actually out of his own pocket is touring the country. He's going to be in Boston soon, the 29th. But you could
29th
see
of the month.
Wow.
of this month. Pam and I are going. Yeah. So
Okay.
you could see it on my Sons of Sicily page. I always share him, Louis, Biagio,
That's nice.
our stuff. Yeah, so Mike's a great guy. I hope maybe he comes on the show someday.
Absolutely.
And, he's made a couple of independent films on his own, and he's just a beautiful person. Him and his wife Maria.
I'm gonna
Hell yeah.
check. I'm gonna
Nice.
check out the film that you
I
give me.
want-
Absolutely.
I
Yeah,
want you
Mike.
to-
He said, "When you're done, can I have it, please?" By then, it'll be an old movie. We ain't gonna be able to find it. No, I'm only kidding. That's how it is. We're so busy doing so much stuff to watch a movie. Even I got to be honest. I'm not gonna tell Joey. I'll tell him. He's wanted me to watch this other movie, Mob King, and I'm dying to watch it. I just haven't had the opportunity to. I'm gonna watch all of Joe's movies because Joe's big with us, and I have to watch it. And I want peace and quiet, sit down, watch a movie, and have the link ready to watch, so.
Well, Michael has two films. They're about half an hour each long. Ritornato, which is a film, and La Porta dell'Inferno, which is a documentary about the sulfur miners. But they're short. and
Tell
beautiful.
him. So you had mentioned how he's proud, of course, of being
Yes.
a Italian descent, but he wants to make films that have true meaning, not just the mob genre.
Yeah,
and,
that's his thing. Yeah.
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 And we're looking forward to definitely not only meeting him as well.
Yeah. That's definitely doable.
If you can get him to come in the studio.
Oh, he would come.
We'll
Yeah,
lay
well,
him.
he lives in
We'll
LA.
lay him on the table. We'll lay him on the table. You talk to the camera.
He could take my seat.
No. We take turns anyway. Well, don't worry. I'm really looking forward to that. It's always great to just how you support. We also support the New York guys that we don't see as often because we went to see Paul Borghese, but we support a lot of people. And one person I want to support is the Gravesend cast. They did a party out in South Philly. Frankie Meatballs from New Jersey went there. They did some mozzarella. But Gravesend 2 with William DeMeo, Andrew Dice Clay, our friend Vic DiPotato, they're all in this. I haven't seen it yet. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hearing good things about it. And I just want you to know we support our New York friends. Joe D'Onofrio's in it as well, another good guy. I reached out to Joe about our show November 18th. If he's in the town, he'll be there. So I just want you to know, you New York guys, Peter Gaudio, William DeMeo, Joe D'Onofrio, Louis Van Arie, all you guys, we support anything you do. We'll always do whatever we can to promote anything. We always have, we always will. Just like Cool Change. Cool Change is the singing group. Remember, they came into our studio and they sang Streets of the Bronx from the movie Bronx Tale in our studio. It was an amazing moment.
Yep.
And they just did a 30th anniversary of the movie Bronx Tale with Joe D'Onofrio and Chaz Palminteri. And we got to see if we get Cool Change to be
That would be great.
one of the
it, yeah.
performances at
Why
our next
not?
variety show. I think that would be great, So we promote and support everybody. And there's no reason why you can't come out one night on November 18th and have a big... If you came to our studio in the past, and when we were in Halden, and every night was a party. Can you imagine what it's going to be when we have the whole casino, the theater, and then the after party afterwards? You can't even imagine.
And the theater has two bars.
Yes.
It has two bars.
Yes. So, I mean, if you've been to our studio or even heard about how we...
And the ticket prices are
The ticket,
very
25, 35, and 50. You can't beat it.
No.
But the nice thing about seeing a show at a casino is when they have a bar. Not that, well, I am a big drinker, but anyway, it's just a nice environment to be able to have a drink while you're
All-around
watching.
friends.
Vino, yeah.
Everybody
Absolutely.
together. We'll have a couple of drinks, have a little fun.
That's
Sounds like
great.
a fun night.
And,
Yep.
and how are you going to get tickets? Go to WGStickets.com. We have our own link now. It's Wise Guy, WGS Entertainment LLC. We are here, all partners. Our photographer, I don't know where he ended up. He's probably driving around the studio.
One thing is for sure, okay, you're not going to be able. This is not a place where you're going to sit in a seat and then nod off. The energy is going to be
that ain't
at the
happening.
highest level from the time you get there till you leave. You're going to say, "Wow, what happened?" I'm telling you, the energy from the room. When start to finish, but when Louis Prima Jr. and the witnesses get
forget
up, you're going to be able to get out of your seat, stand up on your seat, and move
They're gonna be
around.
dancing the
You're gonna be
aisles.
dancing
They'll
the
blow the
aisles.
roof off the place. They're amazing.
This is
They're
incredible.
amazing.
And these invitations all go out to Mary DeBellis of Hot Night Events. We'll always support everything you do. You post your events on our page, it goes through. Joe Rubo from Florida, if you can make it out there. Joe Rubo from Last American Virgin. Also Bruce Socha, senior, and now Junior is making a move into the world, you know. So I want to see you guys. It's very important to have you guys there because we all did stuff. You came into our studios. We broke bread. Come to our Atlantic City show on November 18th. I promise you will not regret it. And with that being said,
we're looking for our Philly chapter, our whole family down there, Renee, all the boys coming out. It's going to be a big, big night.
That's right. So with that being said, I want to thank all our sponsors, Rockabella, Vodka, and Whiskey. I want to thank Rockabella Cheryl for everything she does. Troy Yanello Cigars for sticking with us. We'll see him in October. Yep. Harley Davidson, Mars Plains, all the logos are popping up. Celebrity Boxing, Damon Feldman. We're going to have Celebrity Boxing in the house that night, that's for sure. Blue Eyes and Restaurant and Queen Margarita.
Yep, family.
And
Aroma di Napoli.
And Aroma di Napoli right here. Scala Photography, who was lost driving around trying to find the studio. He came, he wanted to take pictures. And obviously, always just like Nona's, the best cookies, homemade cookies you can find. You guys are all, and obviously our new sponsors is going to be Paisan Con, Moment of Silence, We World Energy. There's so many people that are doing stuff with the Wise Guys, and now Rockin' Bull Wines. I'm sure they're going to want to do something with us in the future. So, listen. That's our show. Until our next show, it could be in November, it could be in October to promote the push for the final November 18th. And hope to see everybody at Gigi D'Alessio and Biagio in Bally's on October 14th and 15th.
Yes.
And follow us on our Facebook group page, the Wise Guys Show Facebook group page for everything we do and all the events we're a part of. You're welcome to come join us and dance around while Biagio sings Tornero.
Uno, due, tre, azzo.
We'll see you soon, November 18th. We better be there.
Ciao, ciao. Buonanotte.
WGS Entertainment presents Saturday, November 18th at Resorts Casino Hotel in Atlantic City, New Jersey. The Wise Guys' first ever variety show starring Louis Prima Jr. and the Witnesses.
The way you move, it makes me holler. The way you jump, the way you swing. Come on and dance with me.
Legendary comedian Bob Nelson. World-renowned magician Rocco Solano. With special appearances by Italian singing sensation Biagio. And legendary Jersey Shore DJ Joe D. All hosted by The Wise Guys Show. Tickets are going fast and are sure to sell out, so scan the QR code on your screen or visit WGStickets.com.
Let's go. Whoa, whoa,
Time to rock and roll. I'm the Wise catch up with you one of these days, wise guy, and when I do, pow!